It's my birthday. Well, it's a few days after my birthday now. I'm making my annual happy birthday to me video. And I'm thinking about putting this one on YouTube. Um, I'm not sure. It feels like a very intimate thing, and somehow I don't ever know what I'm going to talk about, but I just end up rambling, and it's like a little birthday diary that I do once a year, obviously on my birthday, and it's really, I don't know, wholesome. I resisted this one a little bit this year, and I don't really know why. Um, I'm trying to see which way this works. I know. Um, yeah, I resisted this one a little bit this year, and I don't know why, but I did. And we're in Florence. Carlos surprised me with a birthday trip to Florence, which was so lovely. And we've just been to the opera. I feel like this year I've experienced a lot of doubt. I'm just wondering if because I've turned this round, it's going to make it upside down if I put it somewhere. But anyway, I feel like this year I've experienced a lot of doubt, and I have this sensation that God is asking me and trying to help me and inviting me to rely on Him this year. And I feel like I've had that in a lot of lessons and a lot of realizations and a lot of answered prayers and unanswered prayers, and whether it's thinking about attachment, whether it's thinking about validation, whether it's thinking about distraction, whether it's thinking about pride, whether it's thinking about relationships with everyone and everything around me, from the closest people in my life to literal inanimate objects, and how I personally relate to all of these and place some form of identity in every single one of them that takes me away from my relationship with the one who made me. I feel like God is just telling me, rely on me, rely on me, rely on me, as in Him. And I want to do that. I don't know. I feel like this year, I don't know if my doubts are gonna become more certain. I don't have the answer, but I know that God is asking me to rely on Him, and I want to, but I don't know how. I feel like it's something else. There's being in His Word, there's prayer, there's worship, there's going to church, there's studying the Bible, there's Lectio Divina, there's cultivating a relationship with Jesus, there's asking the Holy Spirit to come to you, there's living as the embodiment of His Word, there's creating from the gifts He gave you, there's glorifying Him, there's holy relationships, there's so much, but I feel like this reliance is something else that He's asking me to do. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm going to get the answer this year, and I'm not necessarily asking for it, but I know that that's what He's calling me to do. My faith has just catapulted my life this year. I think I have felt a lot of difficulty because I do hear a lot of people say, when I came to faith, everything just changed. My life just drastically changed and everything fell into place and this and this and this. And I've never felt like that. And I think it was literally today when we were at the opera that I actually was honest with myself, and I said to myself and to God, I don't feel like that, and it's not something negative. It's not something that I have even asked God to feel, but I think it made me wonder, is my faith real? Is my faith strong enough? And funnily enough, not one of those things made me doubt God, but it made me doubt myself, and that's how I know it's condemnation from the enemy. And I don't want that on my birthday. I'm turning 27 and it feels like a really big deal. I don't know. I feel like I had a moment of existential crisis, and it doesn't feel like monumental. For some reason I think 28 is going to feel monumental. So dramatic. But 27 feels like a big deal. I feel like I feel like there's this tree of life, and its roots are so solid, and its trunk has grown so sturdy, and the branches have been a joy and scary and challenging and beautiful and so many things to be a part of their fruition. But now they're growing little fruits, and those fruits are growing sub branches, and then what was once connected to the fruit that was once connected to one branch is now veering off and growing its own and doing its own thing, and one part of the tree that was growing this beautiful branch that was all connected is now has now severed its ties, and now there's several new branches being created and new relations being made between them, and now there's a branch that was just one big thing, and now it's kind of scattered into various things. But I realize that it's still all unity. It's just different perspectives and evolutions and new creations of unity, new versions of unity, new evolutions. Did I say that? Probably. And I feel a bit like that at the moment. But I don't feel scared. This birthday video has been so different to last year's and the year before, as they all are, but this one has just been... I've kind of come to such a place of acceptance where I'm just like, yeah, it is. Not it is what it is, because then I'm attaching an identity to what it is, but it just is. Like Jesus said, I am. Full freaking stop. It is. And so it is. And I don't feel like I need to say I accept, because I do feel like I embody, and so it is. Even if I resist it and I face challenges, which I do, I sometimes think, do I put obstacles in my own way? Is this reflective of how I feel like I should be living my life in relation to how I am living my life, in relation to how I want to be living my life, in relation to the life plan that God has for me, in relation to my ability to see that based on all of my life decisions? Or am I just meant to be here and now, which I know I am, but doesn't mean that those other things don't come into play? How am I supposed to know anyway? That's weird. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. We're going back tomorrow. I've had a really beautiful, subtly but wholly transformative birthday experience here, turning 27 in Florence. And I'm going to put my legs up the wall now. I feel happy. I feel calm. I feel rested. I feel uncertain. I feel a little bit worried. I feel resistance speaking that aloud. I feel excited. I feel dreamy. And I feel a bit sad. No, not sad. A bit, that word dreamy, like it evokes something in me. It's not it's almost nostalgia, it's almost sadness, but it's not quite either of those things. It's grief, past, present and future amalgamated into one. And because of that, it feels very strange. And it feels like an unexperienced grief that is its own emotion that is existing within everything else. But at least I feel. And that's where I'm going to leave this video. Happy birthday to me.